Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Maria. Today we are making a DIY Jack and Sally wreath for the door. I got these supplies from the dollar store. I was surprised to see them there because I saw the tool, but I didn't realize that they had these colors in there, so I was super happy to see that they had them in there. But I got the pink, yellow, and like a bluish turquoise for Sally's to match Sally's dress, and then I got black and white tulle also for Jack Skellington. So if you're familiar with Nightmare Before Christmas, you know exactly who I'm talking about. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these like 14 inches. I believe I cut 6 pieces of each color, the pink, the yellow, and the blue. And then I did more black and white than those two. I only used 3 rows of the, well, 1 row of the pink, blue, and the yellow, and then I used 3 rows of the white. And then I had black tulle that I had gotten from Joann a while back, but that one was 25 yards, so that one was enough. I'm not sure how many pieces I cut off, but that's how many I had. Like, I had enough for all of that, but I did put black in between the pink, the yellow, and the blue, and the white. So one side is going to be Jack Skellington, the other side is going to be Sally, but you're going to see how that turns out. But I've cut these out 14 inches, and then I'm going to loop them around the wreath. Okay, so as you can see, this is like halfway done, but I do have, like I said, I have the black in between each color on one side to represent Sally, and the other side is going to be Jack Skellington. You will see how the wreath turns out after that's done, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, keep in mind that I do like make sure that they're even before I fold them. Like, I make the loop over. Not all of it is uneven, but I will be cutting that off evenly at the end when it's completely done, because as you can see, it's all like it's uneven on the top, so it looks like some of them are longer than the other, but they're really not. They're actually the same. When I fold it over, they are actually the same size. So they just, when I start to pull, I guess they switch or whatever. But I will be cutting that evenly later on. So that's how it turned out after I was done. I do end up making a little loop in between the top because I wanted to make sure I separated Jack's side from Sally's side. So now I had fabric left over from I had in the past from Jack Skellington that I used to make bows and masks with. So he has like a cute image there. So I had found these picture frames at the dollar store. Everything in this video, of course, as always, will be in the description box below. But I cut a piece of fabric. This is a 3x5, I believe. I think it's a 2x3. It could be a 2x3. But I got these from the dollar store. I got two, and I had this fabric, and I cut Sally out of one and Jack out of the other, and I put them on the picture frames. So as you can see, I'm putting Mod Podge on the cardboard piece that comes in the back of the picture frame, and I'm putting the fabric on top of that, and I'm letting it dry. After I do that, I do cut it whatever extra is on the fabric just to make sure it's evenly with the frame. Then I put them onto the glass. I do use hot glue gun to hold it in place because the frames will be on the wreath, and they will be hot glued on the wreath. The tab that's supposed to be the stands, I do cut that on. I also cut a piece of that later on, and I put that also on the wreath because I want to make sure that the picture frame will not fall down once it's on there. So I give it that, guess, like the extra, make sure it's extra secure on there because I don't want it to fall and break. Okay, so if you've been watching my videos, you know that I have bought a pack of these wood rounds from Amazon. They're really thin, so I make use of all of them. So anyway, I looked to see what I was going to do because I was going to put a piece of wood in between, like in the middle of the wreath, in between the picture frames, but I wasn't liking how that was looking. So I grabbed one of these and I'm painting this yellow. And the reason why I'm doing it yellow because it's supposed to be like the moon. And if you've seen the movie, you know that he stands on that spiral hill with Sally at the end of the movie. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, but yeah, you gotta watch it if you haven't seen it. So anyway, I painted the board in yellow, and then I took this out, like printed it out of my Cricut, and then I do add the Varathane on top just to give it that shine, and not only that, but to protect it from the sun so it won't change color. Basically just to paint on the yellow. But I use my transfer tape, put it on the vinyl, and then I put that onto the yellow circle that is completely dry by now. So once I'm done doing that, I do put it on the board, and then I glue the board in place. I do mark the back of the board just to make sure that it's aligned in the middle, because I didn't want to have I didn't want to have Jack and Sally in the wrong direction, and I wanted to make sure that it was straight, not only on the yellow part so you can see, but also I wanted the wreath to be straight on it, because it wouldn't look right if they were facing a whole different direction. And then the colors, because one side represents Sally, the other side represents Jack. So I made that line on the top. I'm not sure if you could see it, but I put that line on the top to line up with the black and white on the top, just to have that split, and I knew where the split would be. And then this is where I am putting the Varathane, the Spar urethane over it. That way it can protect it from the sun and stuff and rain. But yeah, I end up gluing after that's done and completely dry. I do put Simply Meant to Be on the spiral hill, and then I glue that all in place. Okay, so that's how that's turning out so far. I do use, like I said, I used the hot glue gun to glue it in place, and it actually glues very well. So I didn't have an issue with it putting it on there, but I do, after this, I put the picture frames on, and I cut the back piece of it, and I put it in between the tulle before gluing it on, because I want to make sure that it was actually secure on there and it worked like a hook or something. That way it could hold it in place. But I do pull those out to make sure that they're nice and tight, tightly pulled out. And before I start to cut it, because after I put the frames, I believe I cut it towards the end. But I think I have to put the ribbon on here first. But after I do this, then I start to make the ribbon. You guys will see me do that in a second. Okay, so here I am cutting all the ribbon out. I do cut the ribbons in, I believe the bigger ones are 10 inches and the smaller ones are, I believe, 9. Can't remember. I do apologize for that, but I think that's what it was. But I do pinch the ends of this, and then I do like stack them up, the bigger ones, and then the smaller ones I stack them up, and then I put those two pieces together, and I add the ribbons in the back. And I do add a piece of twine because I do end up tying that to the back of the wreath. The other video, I don't know what happened, it recorded, but I couldn't upload it. I was having an issue with that. I did switch from one editing software to another, so I was working with that, and it kind of gave me a hard time, and I thought I had it, and it just for some reason didn't work on here. But thank you for being patient with me. I know I was supposed to post on Tuesday, but this really frustrated me a little bit, but I ended up doing it because I was not giving up. I was definitely posting this video. But I hope you guys like this video. The wreath turned out really nice. I hope you guys try it, or maybe try something like it. But I will be posting another video tomorrow. This is what it looks like so far. You will see it posted shortly, but I had fun making this. It was really cute. It turned out really cute. But like I said, I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe for more, and till next time, bye.